I've been running my agency with GoHighLevel for over 3 years now, and I've made a lot of mistakes that I don't want you to make. And so in this video, I'm going to show you exactly what I would do if I was starting over my agency with GoHighLevel, knowing what I know now. The offer I would sell, the niche I would go after, the outreach methods I would use, the prices I would charge, and how I would scale it up to something meaningful. And this video you'll be seeing was a live training that I did recently in my HighLevel Quest community. So if you don't want to miss out on my future trainings, feel free to join HighLevel Quest down below. Today I wanted to do a training on if I were to start over with GoHighLevel, what would I do differently, or what would I do now? And it's a question that I've gotten a few times from affiliates and just people starting out in the GoHighLevel world. And I started over 3 years ago with GoHighLevel, so things were a little bit different back when I started. They didn't have the AI chatbots. They didn't have the AI, voice assistants that can talk on the phone with you now. They were a pretty basic software. I mean, James can probably attest to that as well. They've made a lot of updates over the past 3 years. The web designer, the website builder in GoHighLevel is like way, way better now than it used to be. So anyway, I thought it would be cool to cover the steps that I would take as an agency owner now, the offer that I would sell, the niche that I would go after, the way that I would get that niche and turn them into clients, the prices that I would charge. Sorry, if everybody can mute, that'd be great. Thank you. And then how I would scale it up. So I just wanted to cover some of those points. First off, thanks for being here, everybody. I really appreciate it. We will try to help as many people as possible. So hopefully something from this call today can give you guys some inspiration going forward. I guess to start, I'll tell you what I did starting 3 years ago, and then I'll hit on some of the things that I would do differently. Looks like my camera is going to turn off, so I'll just go ahead and do that. But you guys can still hear me, right?
Mhm. Yeah.
All right, cool. So whenever I first started, the big thing to do with GoHighLevel was just to like white label it and sell it as your own software. And a lot of people were doing it this way. A lot of guys online were, you know, pitching this business model, and that's kind of what got me into the whole GoHighLevel world. Is I was like, that'd be awesome to white label and sell this. I was using the software at a mortgage company that I was working for, and we had built out a cool system for running Facebook ads, and the software GoHighLevel would nurture the leads that we were getting and convert them into customers. And so I started a business on the side, my own agency, while I was working that 9 to 5 job. And I started reaching out to other mortgage companies because that's the industry that I was in and was really comfortable with. And then real estate agents, because as a loan officer, you also work with a lot of realtors. So I already knew a lot of realtors and figured I could sell some of them the software. So all I did was throw my logo on the software. At the time, I was called Advanced Selling Systems, and I would reach out to loan officers and say, hey, this system's been working really good for our mortgage company that I work at, and we can sell it to you guys for, at the time, I was charging anywhere between like $200 to $300 a month on average. And it was great. It was actually pretty easy to get clients. If any of you guys have seen some of my videos, one Facebook post that I made in this loan officer Facebook group got me 25 clients just from one single post, showing some Facebook results that we had gotten from some of the ads that we were running for our mortgage company. And anyway, what would happen though is after a couple months, a lot of the clients would cancel on me because they'd say, hey, Jasper, software sounds great. The way that you explained it to us and pitched it to us seems like it's got a lot of really cool features, but it's like too much. It's like overwhelming. We just don't have time to learn all of this. Like we're pretty busy already. They didn't say it like this, but they were busy business owners, right? They were trying to grow their businesses, and so they just didn't have time and they got overwhelmed. So over time, I tested out a lot of different offers, Facebook ads, built funnels for businesses, did some SEO stuff. And eventually, one common theme that I started to realize was the companies that I would build websites for would stick. They weren't the ones that were canceling on me after a couple months, and they wanted to keep paying so that they could keep their website, which was part of the service that I was offering. And so anyway, it kind of evolved, and it's made me realize the website is the most sticky service. And I talked to some other people in the GoHighLevel world, and GoHighLevel even did a study on it themselves. Like the website is the stickiest feature in the software. If you build a business a website, they'll pretty much never cancel on you. And so that being said, that kind of leads me into, I guess with that too, the the real estate industry was very volatile. At that time, the rates started climbing, so a bunch of loan officers and realtors were canceling because of that. They just didn't have any business coming in, and they were just leaving the industry, and because nobody had any deals and nobody was making any money, very few were. And so eventually, I think that was part of the reason that I failed is with that, and people were canceling because all the churn of the industry. And then so I started working with other types of businesses, and one type of business that I found really good success with were home service businesses. So your roofers, your landscapers, your plumbers, electricians, pest control companies, any business that comes out to the house and does some sort of service for homeowners. Those ones were really easy to reach out to. They were not the most tech savvy group. I mean, you guys know like the blue collar workers typically aren't the kind of guys that want to mess with all the software and tech stuff. And so it's pretty easy for me to sell to them because they were like, yeah, we don't know how to do any of this kind of stuff, and we would really love it if you could help us with it. They were easy to get in touch with because a lot of them used their personal cell phone numbers as the phone number that they would put on their Google business profile. So you could easily reach out to them. Whereas like sometimes, I noticed like the dentists, I tried reaching out to like some of the more white collar type businesses. A lot of them had receptionists, and it was really hard to get through those gatekeepers. Even with cold emails, sometimes they have like receptionists that scan through all the emails first before they push them off to the actual dentist or the actual, doctor or the lawyer or whoever is actually in charge of making the decisions. And so found really good success with the blue collar type businesses, those home service businesses, and um, eventually, started offering SEO naturally with the website. They're like, hey, we want to rank too. We don't just want a website. We actually want to get leads through it. And so the SEO kind of came naturally with that. So I learned how to do SEO, and then from that evolved the smart website offer. Shout out to Don for coming up with that. And then anyway, we could tie in AI and automation and these different features and things that can save them time and convert their leads on autopilot, ultimately making them more money. So that's kind of how everything evolved. The reason I shared all of that was to lead into, all right, so if I were to start over knowing kind of some of the things I just hit on, knowing what I know now, like what would I do if I were completely starting over as an agency owner? And the first question is like, what offer would I make? And I already hit on it a few times, but obviously it's the smart website offer where you build a client, a website like this. This is one that we're doing for a landscaper currently here in Idaho. But basically, it looks like a normal website, right? Nothing too crazy. Maybe looks better than your average website. Hopefully, my web designer Mike does a really good job. But the reason we call these smart websites or AI websites is because of the features that we attach to them, and also the SEO stuff. So we do really good on-page SEO. That'd be like one of the first steps of the smart website is, creating individual service pages for all the different services and keywords that we're trying to rank this business for. We create location pages for all the different cities that they're located in so that they can actually start ranking in these different locations. This sends great signals to Google, telling Google, hey, this is where we're trying to rank. These are the services we're trying to rank for. We include them on their own pages. And then we also include them just throughout the home page, the about page, and the contact page, and some on the location pages too. But anyway, that's the first thing. It's like we want to actually give them a website that's going to rank and help them, show at the top of Google for different keywords so they can actually get clients through it. And then next is it can get traffic all day, right? But if it can't capture leads, then you're burning money. And so we put these little buttons right here that people can click when they're on the mobile view of the website. When they click it, it'll call the business right away. Makes it really easy for these businesses to get lots of phone calls. Same thing with the email button here. They can click it, it'll pull up the email, and they can just type the email and ask them a quick question. Then we have the chat widget. These are one of the most effective lead captures that GoHighLevel offers. They put in their name, phone number, email, send a quick message. Then we include a contact form. You can either put the contact form here, or you can recreate this form as a quote form, and you can put it at the top page right here of the website, which is really effective. Just kind of depends on what your client wants. And then we can also throw these booking pages on the website, and you could do like, hey, 15-minute, discovery call. Hey, tell us what service you're looking for. Tell us about your project, and go ahead and like book a 15-minute call with us. And then all of these, as we know, have automations, and some of them have AI. So like the chat bot down here, the chat widget, you can attach an AI chat bot to. It'll message back and forth with the leads and clients, answer their questions, and book them in for appointments. We can attach the AI voice assistant to this phone number up here, and it'll chat with them when they call in. It'll pick up and say, hey, this is Jane with, Reliable Landscaping and Irrigation. It'll ask for some of their contact information, so it actually creates a lead in the system. So gather their name, their email, and then it already has their phone number because that's the number they're calling in with. And then you know it can answer their questions and book them in for appointments as well. So, and then any of these like lead captures, we have automated text and emails that send out afterwards. So when they book, it'll send them a text, hey, thanks for booking. We'll see you and chat with you on Monday at 2 p.m. And then same thing, if you do a normal chat widget, you can automate text and emails that send out just to let your leads know, hey, we're here to help. We haven't forgotten about you. We'll reach out to you shortly. So that's the overview of the smart website. And then with that, we can supercharge our SEO results with this new software that I've been using for close to a year now. It's called Search Atlas. Search Atlas has this auto SEO pixel that you can install on any website. It's literally just a line of code that you copy and you go to like the website settings and you just paste it here into the head tracking code and then save it and go high level. And then it will do like the majority of the SEO for the business on autopilot. It'll recommend all these fixes. All you have to do is click deploy all and then kind of just look through and make sure there's no weird ones that it's recommended through the AI. But yeah, it'll do the majority of their on-page and off-page SEO, fix any issues that it finds, enhance any improvements that it finds would be better for ranking. And then it also integrates with the Google Business Profile, and it'll make update posts to your Google Business Profile on autopilot. It'll generate AI photos and descriptions to make posts on your profile, and that's like on autopilot. It just does them every couple days for you. Same with the Q&As. It'll add Q&As to your Google Business Profile every few days, completely done by AI, which is really good for keywords. It'll use keywords that you're trying to rank for, and it just shows Google Business Profile that you're active, and Google wants to put the most current and up-to-date businesses at the top. And so it just helps overall with your rankings. It does a lot of stuff, and I've done multiple videos on this software already. But anyway, Tanner, did you want to say something?
Real quickly, in the top right, how much time does it say it saved you? Just out of curiosity, I think it said 7 days, 15 hours or something. Oh, 7 days, 15 minutes. So it gives you like a time saving equivalent. I thought that's pretty cool.
Yeah, whether this is legit or not, I don't know, but it definitely would take hours and hours and at least a few days to like make all the updated suggestions that auto recommends. But now it'll just do it for us. We can just deploy them and it'll make those changes to our website for us. So anyway, where SEO used to be a very time consuming service, especially when I first started offering it, we'd have to do all this stuff manually. We'd have to go to their website and add blogs. Search Atlas has an AI blog writer now that'll update and add blogs for you. All this stuff had to be done manually. Now with AI, it's like made SEO super, super easy. And the clients that we're using this for are getting really, really good results from it. And they've all ranked on the first page of Google. They're not all like number one top page of Google, but within like 3 months, you can pretty easily and confidently get them to the first page of Google, no problem, for a few different keywords. So anyway, that is the smart website offer. We include the website plus the SEO. So now it's a website that'll actually rank, actually capture leads, save the business time with AI and automation, and make them more money. And that's what the smart website, that's what any website should do. But there are very few of them actually do that for businesses. So we want to change that and actually give them a really good product that we can, charge them a monthly subscription for. Next up, the niche. So if I were to start over, I would not go with real estate agents and loan officers again. Like I said, it's a very volatile niche. No shade. If you're going after that niche, it can work very well. And I think that industry has like stabilized a little bit more now. It's not like there are people like buying homes again and stuff. And so not to say it's a bad niche, but when the market goes bad and no one's buying, that niche kind of suffers. And because we're agencies helping them, we kind of suffer as well. So the industries I would personally go after, I would pick three different niches. First one would be landscapers. That one I've found when I go to Google, there's a lot of them that have no website. Like this one that we're building the website for right now had no website when we first started chatting with them. And so there's lots of them like that. Some that do have websites, right? But if we click on their websites, this might be a bad example. We'll see. A lot of them just have, yeah, this one, not very great looking website. Definitely not a smart website like I just showed you. It almost looks like they just put this on like a Google Doc or something and like slap some photos and text on it. But anyway, lots of really bad looking websites out there. 33% of businesses, so a whole third of them don't have websites at all. And then the other, 66% or whatever that do have websites just have like a lot of them have bad ones. So very these niches, specifically the home service niches, tend to have a lot of those bad websites. So I would pick landscapers personally. I would pick pool builders. That'd be my second niche. There's not as many here, but we're an online business, so we can reach out to companies nationwide. There's plenty of pool builders across the entire country, and I'm in like really cold Idaho, so not going to be as many pool builders where I'm at, but down in Arizona, there's going to be hundreds of them. So pool builders, and then the third niche that I would go after would probably be plumbers. I don't know why I'm typing it in. You guys know what plumbers are, and there's probably plenty of them here in my area. The reason I'd pick those three niches is I'll hit on it a little bit later on, but they're complementary niches. So pool builders, a lot of landscapers and pool builders work together. So if like a landscaper is doing a job for like a new yard and that person's like, "Hey, Mr. Landscaper, do you know any pool builders that could put in our pool?" That's like our next step in our landscaping process. Those landscapers typically know other pool builders, and so they're very complementary niches. And then the same with plumbers. There's some plumbing involved whenever new pools are put in. And so a lot of home service guys know other home service businesses that they've worked with and maybe have done jobs with in the past. And that's going to be important for when we ask for referrals. If we just built a new website for a landscaper, they might not want to refer us to another landscaper because they're like, "Oh, those are my competitors. I don't want to refer you to one of my competitors and you go help them." But I'm happy to refer you to my buddy, the pool builder, who does I've done work with, and they do need a new website. Or I've worked with a plumber, and this guy's a really good guy. He doesn't have a website, and so picking complementary businesses like that will help you get more referral business going forward. And so that's the reason I would pick like three different ones that are kind of complementary to each other, but not competing with each other. Because if you only work with one niche and it's landscapers, for example, and you're trying to start out, local, if I built this website for this guy, which you are right now, he's not going to refer me to anybody else. He's going to want to keep me a secret. And so it kind of crushes my referral business opportunities. But like I said, he'll happily refer me over to a pool builder or a plumber, maybe. You might be able to come up with better complementary niches than the ones I did, but you get the gist of it. So anyway, those are the niches. The reason these niches are really good as well is that, like I said, a lot of them have their personal cell phone numbers. When I talked to this guy, this was his cell phone. Like I just got right on the phone with the owner. There was no gatekeeper. There was no receptionist behind this number. Like I just got to talk right with the owner on the first call. So if you're cold calling, which is one of my favorite ways to do outreach, well, it's not my favorite way to do outreach, but it's one of my most effective ways to do outreach. Um, you'll get on the phone with a lot of the owners right on the first call, which is worth its weight in gold because that's like a chance to talk to a decision maker every single time, pretty much. Another thing is like, I don't know, I'm a dude. A lot of these guys are men, so it's like a little bit easier for me to chat with them and like bond with them.
Well, one quick thing, when you're speaking to these people, we study hours and hours of techie stuff. So don't start throwing techie jargon at people. They would probably not understand even like what SEO is because they put all their time into learning this skill or craft in the same way we wouldn't know some of their tools. So just like speak simply about the results. And then if they are techie, if they introduce their techie vocabulary, then you can match their level of techie, but don't go over their head with like techie talk. You could really talk yourself out of a sale. Like, oh, I'm gonna add all these things, and like sometimes they don't even just keep it simple if you can.
Very true. The other 2 points I was trying to hit on that I forgot about. One, these are typically higher ticket businesses. If a landscaper does a big landscaping job, that job might pay them tens of thousands of dollars. Same with a pool builder; those jobs could be $100,000 or more. And then plumbers as well; they make multiple thousands of dollars per service. So if we can get them with our SEO services and our smart website service ranked number one on Google, then that's worth a lot to them. If that just turns into one new customer a month, that'll 10 times over pay for what we charge them, a couple $100 a month for the subscription. So that was one reason. And then another one is that Google is a good place, is typically where people will find these types of businesses. So if someone's looking for a plumber, they're not going to go start scrolling Facebook and try to go see a Facebook ad for a plumber. Like the algorithm's not going to target them for that. They're going to go to Google. They're going to type in, just like I did, landscaper near me, landscaping near me, or pool builder near me, to try to find that person. Because a lot of these guys don't know a landscaper. Like, me in Idaho, I'm not from here. So, when I got our sod put in and our fence put in, like I just typed in a landscaper near me, and we found somebody that could build our fence and put in our sod. And So anyway, these are typically Google searched type of businesses is what I'm trying to say. And so our SEO services will be worth a lot to them because ranking is really important for them. So when their water heater goes out at their house, they need to find a plumber. They go find that plumber on Google. So anyway, were you going to say something, James? I saw that you unmuted for a sec.
I was just gonna say that you know, if I'm like out and about driving, right? Like these service, but if I'm going for a run, I just see so many of these, electricians, plumbers, landscaping, like they're the guys that are out and about. You could like I honestly take pictures of some of their vehicles. I haven't really quite done it yet, but imagine saying like, "Hey, I saw you there on 400 South or Main Street this morning," and you imagine your email had a picture of their vehicle in it. Like it's just like super hyper local. So I just thought that kind of went along with what you were saying.
That's a really good point. Thank you for sharing that. They are the type of people that need what we offer, saving them time with automation, with the AI that can chat with their customers for them on the phone when they call in, stuff like that. They're the guys that are very busy. So thank you. I forgot to hit on that point. All right. So you guys get the gist of it. Those are probably the three niches that I would go after, just to be completely honest with you guys. Those are like three very complementary niches. Those are three niches that I've actually worked with recently. So I know I went to Google for them. And so I know like these are things people are looking for on Google. So anyway, like I said, it doesn't have to be these three specifically, but I think the home service niches are really powerful, very easy to reach out to, and are good for some of those reasons that we just mentioned. Next up is outreach. So how would I get these clients? I just showed you one method right here, literally go into Google Maps, click through them, find the ones with no website like this one, or with a website, but just a bad one that's outdated and old. You can find their number right here. And the cold calling script that I would use is, hey, Mr. Business Owner, this is Jasper with WebJuice. I was just looking at your Google business profile, noticed that you didn't have a website. So I went ahead and put one together for you. We build smart websites, and they actually help you guys get more leads, rank higher on Google, and save time, which will ultimately help you make more money for your business, unlike most websites out there. Is it cool if we jump on a quick Zoom call later today or tomorrow and I can show it to you? That's a very simple cold call, very easy pitch. Anybody can memorize that. If they do have a website, you'll just change the verbiage a little bit. You'll say, hey, Mr. Business Owner, saw your profile on Google. Notice that you guys, you don't have to say that. You just say, hey, we built you a new and improved smart website for your business. Our smart websites actually rank high on Google, so more people can find you. They help you save time with automation, and they'll help you nurture your customers on autopilot for you. I know you're a really busy guy. This website will solve a huge problem in your business. Would you be available to chat later today or tomorrow? And I can show you the smart website we put together for you. Just simple like that. Very effective pitch. You're leading with value. Hey, we already did something for you. We already put this website together for you. We know it's just a template, right? We're just using a few different templates and we're maybe cycling through those templates. I would build like probably three different templates for each niche. So I'd build three landscaping website templates. I'd build three pool builder ones, and then I'd build three plumbing templates. So we have three for each. So we can give them like options to look at and then start your outreach, just like I just mentioned. Another one is the Facebook group method, which I just recently made a video on. So there's a lot of these local Facebook groups you can join. This one's Life in Idaho Falls, which is a town that's like 30 minutes south of me. It has 79,000 members in it. So a lot of people. Not everybody in this group's a business owner, right? But I'd say maybe 10 to 15% of them do own businesses and are small business owners. And I made a post a couple weeks ago. I'll show it to you guys here on January 8th. So I guess it was over a month ago now. But this is a post that is extremely effective. And I'll explain why. But I say, for my Idaho Falls business owners, do you or anyone you know need a free website, no strings attached? All I ask for is to feature your business in one of my YouTube videos so I can show the process of how we helped. Comment below or PM me if you or someone you know could benefit from this. As you can see, you got quite a few comments. People are like, I'm interested. Which platforms do you work with? I would love one. Would love one. Sent you a PM. These weren't all the messages I got. These are just the comments. I had people that directly DM'd me as well and asked me if I could pick them for this free website offer. What's cool about this is I actually did one free website and we're working with them right now. But now I have all these other people that I can reach out to that have basically raised their hand saying, I need a new website. and I'll reach out to them. I'll DM them on Facebook and I'll say, hey, we already picked the free website winner, but because you commented on my post, I'd be happy to do your website for a discounted price. So you're not being dishonest at all. You are doing that one free website, but you can still get website clients using this method. You don't have to use the one that I said with like the YouTube video thing. You could just say, hey, I'm trying to get, one good review from somebody in the community. That's why I'm doing this free website. So no strings attached. All you have to do is leave me a positive Google review once we build you your website. And so you could use that instead of the YouTube one like I did. But yeah, so anyway, very effective. And there's tons of these groups. This I posted in this one and a Rigby one, which is the town that I live in. And I ended up getting 2 clients from this post, 2 paying clients. I gave them a discount, right? Because I told them I would. And then I did the one free website, but I'll do one free website all day, every day if I can get 2 paying clients from it. So anyway, it looks like somebody's like drawing on the drawing board here, but I'm not sure how to get rid of that. Tanner, you might be in control of that one. So anyway, these posts here are really effective. So I would do these a few times a week or maybe just once a week. So these are leads that come to you and you can reach out to once they've like kind of raised their hand and said they're interested while you're making these Facebook posts or after you've made the Facebook post, you'll just kind of be waiting for people to comment. That's when you can be cold calling. Cold calling is something you can just do all day, every day. That's why I really like it because I'm in full control of my results with the Facebook, with the Google Maps method and cold calling. With the Facebook groups, you're kind of like at the will of the other people and if they comment or not. But it typically works if you've got like a cool offer like this one that I posted a couple weeks ago. So, all right. Tanner, did you have anything you wanted to hit on with that topic of outreach?
Yeah, how do I get rid of this green line? What button do I click?
I have no idea.
You did it last time.
Annotate, guys. You have to turn off annotate from the crowd.
How do we erase it? So turn off annotate. Yeah, annotate.
Oh, there's a little eraser on the sidebar that pops up once you click annotate.
Where's the annotate button at?
I just erased it. Is it erased?
Gosh. Oh, who's doing it? Okay. I have to learn that now. That's interesting.
Please don't draw on the screen, whoever's doing that. It's okay. We'll forgive you. But yeah, Tanner, did you have anything to hit on with outreach? I guess one thing I didn't mention was cold email. Cold email has been very effective for me. I use a different software for cold email called Instantly. I posted a YouTube video on it a couple months back, but cold email has been really effective. So if you guys want to check out that video, it's on my YouTube channel. It's called How I Get 2 clients or 3 clients a week using cold email. So if you just look it up, you'll find it, or you just go scroll through my channel, you'll find it. It's not too far down. But yeah, Tanner, did you want to hit on anything with outreach or?
Yeah, so if you don't want to do like landscaping, for example, or you want to have like other ideas of how to pick a niche, you can do something that you have personal experience with, whether it be your mom is a dentist, that gives you like an in or skin in the game on talking to people. Like it seems a lot more like what do you call it? Like if you don't want to pick a specific one in mind, you're still having trouble. Like for example, I picked jujitsu because I can call them and say, oh, I've been in the community for 8 years and and it seems more what do you call, like, personable and transparent. They're not going to be mean to you if you love the same things they do. If you're in the same community, like, oh, my mom's a dentist, and they're like, oh, I better not be a jerk to this person. They have some skin in the game or they have some experience. They can actually look up your mom as the dentist and where she is and kind of see just whatever benefit you have. If you're bilingual, for example, you have a massive advantage over everyone who speaks one language. You can get into little communities and pockets, different parts of the United States, where they usually won't get reached out to because they only speak a certain language. I spoke to someone yesterday because they spoke Japanese and English. They could reach to Japanese pockets of business owners in the United States. And the same thing for Spanish speakers, the same thing for whatever language is yours. And anywhere in the world with a Google business page, you probably can help them too. It doesn't have to be in the United States necessarily. So I just want to mention that as far as picking a niche. But landscaping and home service is awesome because they have higher ticket and they have adjacent or very close to, like Jasper was mentioning, you can get a pretty cool referral system going. But yeah, anything could work though. You're not like locked into a specific niche.
Yes, exactly. That was the point I missed on the outreach part, and I hit on it a little bit earlier, but thank you, Tanner, for bringing that up. The referrals. So every customer that I got, I would ask them for 3 referrals. And because we have adjacent niches that we picked, I can ask that landscaper that I just built the smart website for a pool building. I'd say, hey, do you work with any pool builders, or have you ever worked with any pool builders as you're doing landscaping? They're like building the pool. Guaranteed they'll say yes. and then they can make an introduction for you. You want to ask them, hey, you don't want to say, do you have a referral for me? You want to say, hey, can you make an introduction for me? And they can put you into like a group chat, just like a much more like not as like stressful way to ask. You just say, hey, do you mind making an introduction for me? I'd love to chat with them. And then you'd ask them, hey, have you ever worked with any plumbers as you're doing landscaping? Maybe they're doing the plumbing. And I guarantee you, the home service guys know a ton of other home service guys. And so a very, very effective method, especially if you do a really good job for that landscaper that you just worked with, he'll be happy to introduce other businesses to you that you can then, jump on calls with and turn into clients. So referrals are like it's one of the highest leverage activities you can do, but a lot of people forget to do it or just are scared to ask for referrals. But you'll be surprised. People are happy to refer you if you do a good job for them. Just like Don hit on at the beginning of the call, he got that really big referral from somebody else. All right, pricing. So this is current pricing that I charge now, but I wouldn't charge this from the very start. The difference is I wouldn't charge a setup fee for my first 3 clients. So I'd waive the setup fees that you see here. I would just charge them monthly fees for the website, which it'll just be much easier to sell when you're first starting out. Maybe you're not as great with sales yet. You're not as confident in the service and the product that you're selling them. And so it'll be a much easier way to land your first clients, just, charging those monthly fees. James Clark, who's really, really successful. He's in the community here. I don't know if he's on this call, but he's had really, really good success just charging monthly subscriptions. He doesn't charge any setup fees. And now he's, I think, over 80 clients now, and he's only been doing his agency for like a year. So he's crushing it, doing a really good job. And he's had really good success just charging the monthlies, building them the smart websites essentially. So first couple clients, no setup fees, just get them on the monthlies. They'll be way easier to land that way. That'll give you more confidence. That'll give you more hands-on experience actually working with somebody. To then you can start to charge like a $500 setup fee. So not even quite the prices I'm showing here, but just charge something a little bit more. And for the next 3 clients, charge them a $500 setup fee plus the monthly subscription. And then as you build your confidence, you get more experience, you have more case studies to show from your clients. That's when you can work up into charging these, $1,000, $2,000, and $3,000 setup fees and the monthly subscriptions, and be able to land a few clients a week that way. So these are what each plan includes. I've made multiple videos on this. If you guys go through the Quest, course inside the HighLevel Quest community, you'll see all this and everything. But yeah, so this is the pricing that I'd recommend, and kind of work your way up to this pricing, but start with like no setup fees, then a $500 setup fee, then start charging your higher setup fees and the monthlies. Last one, and then I'll stop talking. We'll answer some questions. Scale. So from here, I mean, you're just trying to scale. You've got everything dialed in. You know your niche. You know your offer. You've got the pricing set up, and you're charging every client those higher setup fees now, those monthly subscriptions. But like, how do you continue to scale and grow and get more and more clients after that? One, you can stay a solo agency owner and just do it all on your own. But one thing I would highly recommend is hiring a virtual assistant to do your website builds for you. There are lots of really, really good web designers. I personally am not a great web designer. I don't have like the eye for design like my website guy Mike has. And he's saved me so much time too, because the website is the most time consuming part of the whole smart website offer. You can set up the automations with a snapshot. It's like literally a few clicks of a button and you've got the automation set up. The AI voice assistant, the AI chatbot you can set up in a few minutes. Like that's all the really easy stuff to do. But the website part, you're going to be chatting back and forth with your client. They're going to say, oh, we don't like this. Can you change this? And it's usually a week or 2 process to have like the website completed with the back and forth that you'll have with your client. And so outsourcing that is my recommendation. After you've maybe gotten 5, 10 clients on your own, then you can like look into outsourcing. And I use a site called onlinejobs.ph. And it's a Filipino hiring site. And so all the VAs that I've hired through this website, and they've all been awesome. Mike is the big one. I would say that saved me a ton of time just because he builds all the websites. He also is the one that builds all the websites for you guys that are in the HighLevel Vault community with us. All those snapshots were built by Mike. So he's awesome. He can now like build a GoHighLevel website in like less than a day. He's gotten like really fast with it. And you can sign up for online jobs. It's like $60 a month, I think. And once you hire your virtual assistant, you can then cancel your subscription. So you'll just go, you'll log in, you'll create a job post. You say, hey, I'm looking for a web designer who knows how to use GoHighLevel. Even if they don't know how to use GoHighLevel, that's totally fine. I would hire somebody who's really good at web design first, even if they're like used to WordPress or Webflow or Squarespace or Wix, because GoHighLevel is relatively easy to learn. The website builder is really simple. So my guy Mike, he didn't know how to use GoHighLevel from the beginning. He's a Webflow web developer before, but I knew his designs were really good because he showed me a portfolio of all of his work. And I'm like, hey, we can train you on GoHighLevel, no problem. And he learned it. Like if he knows how to use Webflow, which is a way more in-depth website builder, GoHighLevel will be a piece of cake for most of these web designers. So anyway, I'd hire somebody who's a web designer first, and then you can train them on GoHighLevel, or they can just learn it themselves. But yeah, this is a really good site, really high quality people on here. People who are from the Philippines that are willing to work for $6 an hour. So very inexpensive. And this is a really great way to delegate to somebody else and save up and free up a lot of your time that you'll spend building these websites so you can do more outreach, do more cold calling, cold emailing, whatever it is that you're doing to get clients. And then they can focus on the fulfillment for you. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much everything I wanted to share with you guys. So to sum everything up from the video, I would offer smart websites to landscapers, pool builders, and plumbers. I would get these clients through cold calling, Facebook groups, and cold email. I would charge between $1,000 to $3,000 setup fees and monthly subscriptions of $97, $197, and $497 per month. And I'd scale the agency by hiring a VA to build the smart websites. And if you want to learn how to do all of this step by step, you can join my free HighLevel Quest community down below. It has my free course in it that walks through A to Z how to start your own smart website agency, and it'll help you make money online and also help local businesses in the process. Peace.